Hey everyone, happy Tuesday! So, the kind of day that today has been so far for me is that I started recording this video, or so I thought. I went through the entire speech and then pressed the button to say stop, and that's when it started. And I'm sitting here like I just spent 30 minutes making a video. So, hopefully because of that, it'll be a slight blessing that I'll be able to have a shorter video, get to the point, and help you guys out. So this is kind of my vlogging, kind of journaling, like telling how my life is going, explaining to others, kind of inspiring myself as well, and showing my progress and being like, okay, I'm doing pretty damn good, you know? And so I wanted to share with everyone what we've been doing so far. It's going pretty quickly, what we've been doing, but it's taken 5 years to lead up to this point. So I was listening to a podcast player today, and the channel that I really like is called Listen Money Matters. And one of them is your 10-year plan for a remarkable life. And I really like that one. I felt like they weren't dicking around here and there, getting off topic, talking about random things. They were really on point the whole time with the video. And part of it was saying how sometimes, like, it seems that people just all of a sudden succeed. Boom, it happened overnight or happened over 3 months. Boom, they're there. But it doesn't show the years of dedication and habits and life-changing things that they've done to make it to that point, and then it just shot over the roof for them, you know? And so it really was an eye-opener for me that, like, right now we're finally coming together, finally getting our ducks in a row when it comes to finances, communicating, family life, accepting where we are and enjoying it and deciding to make it the best that we can, and our plans for the future, etc., etc. And it feels like we're almost there to hit that upward curve to go over the moon. And now I'm looking and I'm like, but it's taken us 5 or 6 years to get to this point. It took about 2-3 years before we got married, and then we got married, and it's taken us 5 years to get to this point to be able to feel like we're almost there. Now, there's a lot of times that people feel almost there, like they're about to poof, but it doesn't happen. And so we'll see if this is actually one of those moments that we're about to just skyrocket and finally make it. Another podcast that I like from Listen Money Matters is Do You Have Enough High Density Fun in Your Life? That is a big deal because that rejuvenates us, that refuels us, and it's not what we think it is. It's not going out and snowboarding. It's not going out and jumping off planes. It's not that high density. It's just whatever gets us going and our adrenaline running and our excitement and our happy hormones rolling. And for some, it's, sex. For some, it's board games. For some, it's video games. For some, it's off-roading. For some, it's just hanging out with friends and laughing and enjoying the stories. And so what a hobby is doesn't necessarily mean that's high density for you. It might just be dicking around. Like my sewing is just dicking around, And so I totally am taking that phrase from the Listen Money Matters. They are slightly vulgar, but it's so minimal enough that it is worth it to watch or listen to these. And it seems more from a man's perspective. It's 2 men, but it seems like a man show. But I'm enjoying it as well and learning. One thing that I've done is I have subscribed to YouTube channels, and the ones I've subscribed to be able to start watching is Garen Phillips Crash Course, which that's kind of off topic. It's just a general learning and education. Clay Trader, Warrior Trading, Patrick Wayland, and Ricky Gutierrez. And those, the actual names and Warrior Trading is all for day trading and swing trading and yada yada. So those are really good if you want to get into the investing area. Another one that's really good is Sugar Mama. She's more of well, it's more of a womanly stand on things. And she's very inspiring. I really like her. She talks a lot about the spiritual side of everything and how when you give to the universe, it gives back, and having gratitude through everything that you do. And it's already affected my life in a positive way watching her videos. And so I really recommend her videos. Let's see. So I kind of want to show you what I'm doing right now with an investing game app. I'm trying to get started practicing investing. Now, I haven't quite realized or figured out if this one will help in real life because I haven't invested anything yet. I haven't bought any stocks. But what I've learned is that you don't have to start with much when it comes to day trading and swing trading. When it comes to investing for retirement, you need big bucks. But when it comes to day trading and swing trading, you can start with 100, 500, 1,000. That's all you need. And so what my husband and I are going to do is we are going to do our own strategy when it comes to investing, and we're going to have our own stocks and our own account. So we're both going to grab $100 and start practicing with that. We can lose 20 bucks here and there. We can lose 10 bucks here and there with that. We're going to practice with low bucks so that we can get out there and kind of see what it feels like, get the feel of what the day trading is like. You can only do 3 day trades per week legally, or they will shut down your account and freeze you out. Unless you have a broker. Then you can do unlimited. Or if you do over $25,000 worth of trading. And so just something to keep in mind. But this app, I have an Android, not an Apple. So this might not be in the Apple store. I mean, yeah, I have an Android, not an iPhone. So it might not be in the Apple store. But it is really hard, with the last video, it was really hard to see. This is what the app looks like. So down here, we can only do 3 stocks at a time. I have bought one, and I am negative $49 in it right now because I'm just waiting, because I do more swing trading, and I'm patient, and I wait. This one I'm not too optimistic about. I'm not too excited of how it looks. I don't appreciate it that much. But I'm waiting to get out of the negative and see if that happens. Otherwise, I'll just cut my losses. But up here, it shows you start off with about $1,000. Right now, I've made over $6,000. And then it also shows right here, I'm 80% successful in my trades. So that's good. Very good. You want to be over, I think, 60% successful. I've closed 21 trades because twice I've tried some day trading and it just causes me too much anxiety and they don't end very well. I've only had 3 negatives. One, I broke even. It was 0. I didn't lose any money. One of them, I lost $5. The other one, I lost $6.20. So it wasn't like big losses. Because I wanted to cut out, I watched them very closely and was like, okay, I'm getting out now before they keep going down. I don't want to lose like 20, 30 bucks. $6 is good for me. So 3 trades I loved. I was super excited about them. I'm better at this game than my husband is. And I don't know if it's because I'm very good at geometry and artistic side and kind of looking ahead and already seeing like this is what I predict is going to happen, and generally that's what happens. And so I don't know if it's beginner's luck. I don't know if it's because of the app. So once we start playing around with that $100, I'll be able to tell you if I am successful in real life like I am with this game. 3 stocks that I had sat on for like 2.5 days, because I've only done this for about 3 or 4 days, but there were 3 stocks that I sat on for a bit. It looks like one of them, I don't remember that one. I think says that I made over $2,000 with it. I really don't remember that one. That's kind of exciting. But then with 3 of them, I made over $700, $800, and $600. So those, the kinds of graphs that I look for, because I prefer the line graphs versus the candlestick graphs. And there are candlestick graphs, but this app I don't think lets you see it in candlestick graphs. But I do prefer the line graphs. But as I use real stocks and watch them, I probably will just switch to the candlestick graphs, because after watching the not podcast, webinar. I joined a webinar with Ross Cameron yesterday, and I really enjoyed it and learned a lot from it and was able to understand what candlesticks graphs look like and what they do. And so, but with these, I was sitting on them, and at first, so the graphs that I look for are the ones that are a heavy curve down, because then my prediction is the only way to go now is up. And you want to buy low and sell high. That's how you make your money, is when you sell it at a high. And so I'm wanting to do swing trading where I'm patient over it for a couple days. And so I look at these stocks at a 1-day view. So it gives you 5 days generally with this one. It lets you see about 5 days progress. And I like the ones that have the heavy dip down. Then I look at the 5-second or 15-second mark and see how that's going. And if I like its progress, then I buy it and wait for it to go up. And I'm very patient. I'm surprised how patient I am with it, because I'm not a naturally patient person, at least so far that I've seen. But I'm liking where it's going so far. And so with those, it hit around 300, and my husband was like, "Oh, you're going to sell them now, right?" And I'm like, no, I'm planning to make a good chunk of money off these. I was planning on making about $3,000 each. But yesterday, they were leveled off. They weren't going anywhere. And I'm like, I could be making money with other things right now. And they were over $600 each. I mean, the one was over $800. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses, take that money, and then start going and working on some other investments and make more money. Now, I only made like $50, but actually two of them I made over $100. So, I mean, I was still making money, and I could have waited and seen if that level was going to finally move up. But for hours, it was not going anywhere. And I was like, okay, I could be making money with other investments, so I'm just going to sell it, make that money, and move on. And so I'm really excited. I've made over $600 profit. This one's in the negative right now, and I'm kind of taking a break from the other two. I'm really excited to start with real money and see if I'm actually as good at it as so far I've seen, as well as learning more lingo, learning more strategies. And so right now I'm using a Firefox a Windows notebook laptop. I think that's what it's called, an Asus. And so this is not anywhere near the quality of a laptop that I need. So I need a new laptop. My husband needs a new laptop because his wouldn't be able to take that kind of power, constant use. His is starting to get to that overheating point. We've only had it for like 2 or 3 years, but they don't last as long as they used to. And so we both need a new laptop, and then we need about 1 or 2 screens each, and extra. And so monitors, that's what I was thinking. We need 1 or 2 extra monitors to go with our laptop to just hook them in together. And then we need some software that's about $50 each, one for me, one for him, because it's very personalized to how that person uses the stocks and whatnot. And we want to be separate in our trading because he wants to day trade and I want to swing trade. I want to have more patience with it. I don't want to be so focused on it that I can't focus on my kids. And so we're hoping this is that upward curve to just shoot over the roof. And we're planning on doing Ross Cameron's Warrior Trader program, but it's extremely expensive. So we kind of plan to just start out, make a little money, get good at it. And then once we have made the money to be able to buy his program, then we plan on taking his courses. And so we're really excited about that. But I just wanted to update everyone on how we're doing, what progress we've made, kind of just to show you our story as it happens. So that's kind of my plan with these videos. And I'll probably talk about other things as well, not just our investing, but just our life in general, how it's going, because I'm also working through some of my own stuff of healing from my past. And this is kind of a way for me to feel like I'm healing and doing something with my life and helping my family, kind of bringing in another income for us to be able to make it to what our dream is, because my dream is to have land and have a farm, just a small personal farm that we can sell some of the produce as well as be self-sustaining, have some animals, and I love the idea of living on a farm. And not just the idea, because I lived that life. I've had a poultry farm as well as an acre garden. So I have experience in it, and so does my husband. But I just love that country life so much. And that's our dream, is to be able to do that. And then to be able to do whatever we want with that outside of it. And so this is kind of our way of being able to live and create money from home without an MLM, and then be able to live our dreams and do what we want and have freedom and stability. And so thank you for listening, and happy Tuesday.